For this video, we're going to discuss how we can use the Oliver Library Catalogue to search for our leisure reading. So once again, we're beginning on our AIS Library Network website, and we go to Resources and click Search Catalogue. This will take us directly into our library catalogue. And as I reminded you before, these boxes here may change from time to time, but the banner along the top with your search bar will always remain the same. Now this time we're going to use the genre search feature. So remember, a genre is a type of book, a type of text, and we might search for genres such as mystery or historical fiction or funny or humorous fiction. We might search for horror, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to search for the horror genre. So let's have a look for horror stories in the genre. We click search. Now, as you can see here, we have 24 results. This doesn't mean that we have only 24 books that are horror books. It just means that there are 24 books that have been categorized in the genre of horror. So you can see here that we have the orange tick, which means that we have the book and it is available, but it is available in another branch. We have the red cross, which means that it is not currently available in any branch. And we also have the green tick, which means that the item is available in the branch you are currently in. So let's have a look at this item that is currently available, Lord of Shadows. If we click on this, we can see that we have a summary of the book. We also have information where we can find this book. It is in the senior library in the fiction collection. If we have more than one copy of this book, we may have it in different locations. So make sure that you search all copies and locations if you are finding that the book is not available where you are. If it is available in another library, you may be able to borrow it depending upon your age and the suitability of the resource. Now over here you can see that there are also items in this series. If you're interested in reading more than just this title in the series, you can also read other books by this author, and you can search for similar items. So if I click on similar items, you can see that it will bring up other books, and if I click show all items, it will bring up a lot of other books that are similar to that particular book that you were looking at. All right, let's go back to our previous results and back to our previous page. Now, if we look at, say, Through the Woods, we can see that in this case, there are books held in different areas. All right, there are no copies in the senior library, but there are copies available in the book room. So if we click here, you can see that we have 10 copies of this book and they're all available, but they're in the book room. So you'll need to speak to a librarian or a library assistant who will be able to help you with whether or not you're able to access that particular book. All right, so this is how you do a search using the genre. Let's see what happens if we search using the word horror rather than genre. You can see that we still get lots of returns, 350 in fact, but they are focusing on books that have the word horror in their title. All right, so that is a different type of search. If we search for the subject horror, you will see again we get a different number of searches. Some are the same and some are different because this is looking for books that have been categorized as having a subject of horror. So you can see how when we go to each of these, it will change the type of search that we use. We are going to, if we look for author, I think you'll find that we have nothing because we have no authors whose name is actually horror. But let's try a series. And now we have a series where there is the word horror mentioned. All right, so you can see that these buttons along the bottom here are very important for your search and helping you determine exactly what you need to find.